Welcome to Community at Home. It is Sunday, May 31st, and as I am recording this and I look down and see the clock, it says 2:10 in the afternoon. You know that we are in times when things are changing and things change a whole lot. I hope you've had an opportunity to listen to the sermon this morning. If you haven't, I would ask that you would go do that. And the thing that I'm really asking everyone to do is to please listen to the entire thing. My job as the pastor of Anthem Community Church, the picture that I have in my mind of what that job entails, that I associate with the most is a shepherd. I don't see myself as a CEO. I don't see myself as a president. I don't see myself as a boss. I see myself as a shepherd. And the thing that a shepherd is supposed to do, a shepherd is supposed to take care of his sheep. A shepherd does what's best for his sheep. The shepherd doesn't do what's best for the shepherd. He does what's best for the sheep. As you've watched the sermon this morning, you know that I talked about it. I said towards the end, I said all of this is being said under the umbrella of things that may change. I said that we may get to the point where we see that having 50 people in a service is actually the best thing to do. And said a lot of other things. When I recorded that on Thursday morning, that was only after one night of some riots in Minnesota. We know that that has changed over the past 3 or 4 days and have no idea what's going to happen on Sunday evening around our country. I think the best thing for us to do as we regather starting June the 7th is to limit our services to 50 people. Now, at this particular point in time, the 9:30 service is full. The 11 o'clock service is full. The 8 o'clock service has 3 or 4 spots open, and the 12:30 service is about half full. If those services fill up, we will add another service. In the sermon, I talked about how all churches are not created equal, and we have the ability to do some things, and we can have multiple services, and that's what we'll do for June the 7th. Now, we also know that there's going to be some more information that may come out this week or comes out the following week that is more than likely going to change that. So we are operating in times when we realize that we just kind of have to go with the flow, and we have to be flexible with where things are going. And so a lot of you signed up. Some of you are going, oh my, I haven't signed up. So you can go sign up at 12:30. We get 12:30. Then we're gonna add a Thursday night service at 6:30. And we'll see what happens with that. And then if we need to add another one, we will. We're willing to do that because we know that's not something that we're going to be doing long term for months and months and months. It may just be for a week or two. But we do think that having that number limited to 50, what does that do for us? Well, it allows us to spread out, and we don't have to worry about any of the social distancing things that might get in the way. We stay within the guidelines that the governor has said. Since the sermon's recorded on Thursday, I have just a sense in my gut and my spirit that the last thing that we need to be doing is adding any kind of civil disobedience into the atmosphere for where we are as a country. We know that we have the answer. We have the answer for everything, and that is Jesus. Jesus is a solution to every problem that we have. And so we don't want to get in the way of that. And so we're going to have those services. So you can obviously still participate in church online. There's actually a place on the website that says, hey, you know what? We're going to keep watching online. If for some of you, that's what you need to do. If you're red, that's what you're going to do because you're red. If you're yellow, then hey, that's what you need to do. And if you have any underlying conditions, anything like that, that's what you're supposed to do. Everybody has said that. And I say that. Continue to watch and participate online. But But if you want to be a part of a service, at this point, you can sign up for the 12:30 service. And then when that gets filled, we'll add. And that's the way we're going to do it. We want to offer a bunch of services and only have 10 people in each service. So we want to respect volunteers and workers and all the things that go in to make those services. So I said in the sermon this morning, I just want to be really clear on this, that I disagreed with the number 50. I didn't think it's right that 50 for church is a number. It's not a percentage when everything else has a percentage. I said I think that it's unconstitutional. I said it doesn't make common sense to me. And I still agree with I still think all of those things. But my job as the pastor, my job as the shepherd, is to do what is best for the sheep, not as my job is not to figure out what I want to do and then see who follows. That's not what a shepherd does. And so I want to do what is wise, and I want to do what is best. And we can remove everything from the table if we'll follow the guidelines that are set down by the governor and the authority that we have under in the state in which we live. We get to the point where it interferes with our faith, interferes with us being able to preach the gospel. We're having a different conversation, but that's not the conversation we're having right now. So that's the why, the reason that we're doing this. And I want to say thank you. There's so many people that have reached out to me today. There's so many people that have given me fantastic and encouraging texts and emails. And so thank you for that. We can be unified even though we disagree. We're a traffic light church. We're not just a church of all the same thinking. So can't sign up for 9:30 or 11. Those are full. And probably by the time you watch this, 8 o'clock is going to be full. But there is an option for 12:30. And then we will go from there. And this is for June the 7th. We'll talk about June the 14th once we have June the 7th. Okay, is that a deal? And we'll be ready for that. So thank you for being a part. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for the prayers that you've lifted up for me and for our staff as we go through these things that we're doing. So I pray that you have a great rest of your Sunday. Have a great Sunday evening.